Ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Sean Bruce Monteith, and I'm a screenwriter and director.
Okay. What are your favourite dystopias from fiction?
Favourite dystopias from fiction? Children of Men is one of them. You have like classics like 1984. Moving on from that, you get like V for Vendetta, which is also like inspired by it. It's Countless. Blade Runner could kind of be counted as one of them, with kind of some higher power force overlooking and keeping control of the world, basically.
Okay, you mentioned Children of Men first, I think, so why is that your favourite?
I guess it's the one to me that feels the most realistic, even like little aspects that like just turned out by pure coincidence in the film became reality, like the London 2012 Games. One of the characters wears a jumper with that on it, and that was made prior to that, so I find that cool. And also just, I guess it feels like something that kind of relates to what's kind of going on in the world right now, like pollution, it could I'll kind of pause there. Yeah, like kind of like pollution and kind of what effects we don't really like. Obviously climate change, but we don't actually know what other effects it might have. The route Children of Men goes down with that, with people becoming infertile, doesn't feel like too science fiction based. Yeah.
Can you name some utopias from fiction?
Utopias is a tough one. It's not. There's far more dystopias than there are utopias. I guess Star Trek could kind of be counted as one. Although they encounter conflict, the kind of basis that the characters operate on from their worlds is everyone coming together, working together, treating each other as equal. So there's that. But apart from that, nothing really springs to mind.
Why do you think there are so many more dystopias than utopias?
I think probably because people tend to see the ways things our world could go wrong rather than how it could go right. So when people think of the future, they tend to think of the worst possible scenarios and to try and avoid them, but maybe not the best possible scenario on how to get to them.
Okay, I'm going to give you some potential futures.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to imagine that this is a world that you're in.
Okay.
So tell me like what you think of that world, how you think you would fit into it, how close you think how likely that kind of future is, that kind of commentary. So the first one is future number one.
Okay.
Civilization has been damaged by war, civil conflict, and revolution. Britain is a province in one of 3 totalitarian superstates that rule the world. It is ruled by a mysterious leader who has an intense cult of personality. The government stamps out anyone who does not fully conform to their regime, using the police and constant surveillance through household devices.
Right, so straight off the bat, probably not a good one. I guess kind of very similar to how we live right now, in the sense that there's kind of like people are getting kind of watched and surveillanced, and like there's kind of 3 major kind of powers, I guess, with the US, kind of Europe, and then I guess Russia, probably. But yeah, in terms of how I'd fit in, I guess, if it's ruled by one kind of mysterious person, I don't know, it just feels very much like now.
Cool. Future number 2. Earth is a founding member of an interstellar federal republic composed of numerous planetary sovereignties. The member planetary governments agreed to exist semi-autonomously under a single central authority based on the principles of universal liberty, rights, and equality, and to share their knowledge and resources in peaceful cooperation and space exploration, while each member world retains its own political and social structure.
So Star Trek. Yeah, no, this one's a much better one with like kind of everyone has the goal of working together to like kind of expand and find new horizons and new goals, with the kind of the base goal to kind of bring everyone up instead of putting everyone down. I think everyone kind of would fit in well in this one because everyone is kind of accepted no matter who they are or what they are.
Okay, feature number 3. You're on an isolated, self-providing island in which the inhabitants have constructed a society that's cut off from the rest of the world. Self-appointed scientific experts rule with unlimited power. It is forbidden to even tell ordinary people that the Earth goes round the sun. There are no legal principles of natural justice limiting the power of the elite scientific experts.
Anything like where it is forbidden to question authority, I think it's a bad thing. Should always be able to question it. So don't think I would fit particularly well in this one. And yeah, it just overall feels very based on putting the individual down in a way and like kind of bringing up a collective instead of everyone in the collective being an individual themselves. There's no individuality there.
Feature number 4. The Scottish Government tells the truth about climate and the wider ecological emergency, reverses inconsistent policies and works alongside the media to communicate with citizens. They commit to reduce carbon emissions to net zero by 2025, and these changes are overseen by a citizens' assembly appointed by sortition like a jury.
I guess sounds pretty good. Overall just anything really about being open is a good thing. Concealing information is never good. And yeah, it's always good to try and reduce climate change because not very good at the moment.
What do you think is the likelihood that that's our future?
Well, I'm always hopeful. So anything that can be done to kind of better everyone, not put anyone down, and just in general kind of keep the place we live on as good as we can and not destroy it for kind of future generations. That's fine with me.
Great. Can you tell us what your ideal future it would be like? What's your utopia look like?
So my utopia would be just really putting no one above anyone, and really just kind of equality is really the best thing. That's things like I think people should push towards, and yeah, not putting anyone down and try and bring everyone up. I don't necessarily know in terms of like a final like goal or utopia, but in terms of just trying to be as best as everyone can, that's what I would like to see.
What can people start doing today to get closer to your utopia?
To get closer to my utopia, I guess just in the sense of everyone on their kind of day-to-day, just trying to do the best they can for not just themselves but other people, even just starting at that base level. Kind of people stop being selfish about just themselves and about other people. That kind of starts the ball rolling.
Cool. All right, that's us. Thank you very much.
Nice.